She stood in a stranger's kitchen, hands raw from bleach, eyes burning from exhaustion, and tears she couldn't stop. For 12 years, she cleaned houses that weren't hers, made beds she'd never sleep in, was invisible in the very country she dreamed would set her free. No legal papers, no English, no options, just a dream and a mop. She came to the US with $86, a backpack, and the belief that working hard would be enough. But after over a decade of silence, isolation, and survival, her body was tired. Her spirit, even more. And just when she was ready to give up, she opened an old phone, typed one sentence on Twitter. No one was supposed to read it. But they did. 12 years cleaning houses. No degrees. No network. Just a laptop and a dream. Let's see what happens. That one tweet would change her entire life. And today, she earns more in a week than she used to in 4 months. She works from her own home, teaches others how to earn online, and most importantly, she's no longer invisible. But how did she go from undocumented and unheard to financially free and followed by thousands? Stick around. Because in the next few minutes, we're going to show you exactly how she turned hardship into income and pain into power. Before we dive into her story, if you believe no one is ever too small to start, and no dream is ever too big to chase, hit subscribe right now. This channel is all about real stories, real freedom, and how to make money online starting from zero. Let's get into it. She was 17 when she first whispered the word America. Not out loud, only in her mind. She was standing barefoot in her grandmother's kitchen in Guatemala, flipping tortillas over a wood-burning stove. Outside, fireworks echoed from some nearby celebration. Inside, she had just overheard a conversation. Her cousin had made it to New York. She didn't know exactly what that meant, but she felt it. The freedom. The opportunity. The dream. She imagined skyscrapers, shiny buildings, and people who never had to worry about rent or rice. And so, she started to plan. She worked 2 jobs in her town, cleaning during the day, helping in a bakery at night. Every single quetzal she earned, she tucked away in a small envelope under her mattress. 2 years later, after saying goodbye to her little siblings, her mother, and everything she had ever known, she crossed the border into the United States with $86, a prepaid flip phone, and a name of someone who might help her find work. The first job? Scrubbing toilets in a motel. The second? Babysitting twins whose parents never learned her name. But eventually, she found what many undocumented immigrants find: house cleaning. It was consistent, quiet, paid cash. And she was good at it. For 12 years, she cleaned luxury apartments, beachfront homes, downtown high-rises. She learned to fold sheets into sharp corners, to vacuum in silence, to smile when clients walked by, and disappear when they didn't want to see her. She worked through holidays, birthdays, and the flu. She learned enough English to say bathroom and kitchen done. She became a ghost in people's homes, always present, never seen. But every night when she got home, she opened her notebook. She still had dreams. She wanted to write, to share her story, to help someone. She wasn't sure how, or when, or if. But the fire in her never went out. One day, during a job in a high-rise condo in Miami, she noticed a printed Twitter thread taped to someone's fridge. It was about making money online. She didn't understand the whole thing, but she recognized some words. From zero, digital products, laptop. She snapped a photo with her phone and started Googling that night. It was slow. Her phone was old. She didn't even have Wi-Fi. She borrowed the signal from the laundry downstairs. But she read. She learned what a digital product was. She discovered tools like Canva, PayHip, and Gumroad. She found people sharing ebooks, checklists, guides, things they made once and sold again and again. And for the first time in a long time, she saw a different kind of cleaning job. Not scrubbing floors, but clearing limiting beliefs. She realized she had more than she thought. 12 years of experience. Thousands of hours organizing, cleaning, structuring. She knew routines. She knew systems. She knew effort. So she started drafting her own little cleaning planner in Spanish, a PDF with printable schedules, habit trackers, and checklists for organizing homes and lives. But she was terrified. She didn't know how to build an audience. She didn't even think anyone would care. Still, she opened a Twitter account. Just to practice. Just to try. At first, she tweeted quietly. Cleaned a 3-bedroom in 2 hours today. Back hurts. No one talks to me all day, but I talk to myself in English to practice. No college. No legal papers. Just me and this dream. She had 7 followers. Then 12. Then, one night, the 4th of July, actually, she sat alone in her studio apartment. Outside, people were cheering. Fireworks exploded in red and white. But inside, she was crying. She felt behind. Broken. And so, without thinking, she picked up her phone and typed. 12 years cleaning houses. No degrees. No network. Just a laptop and a dream. Let's see what happens. She went to bed. And when she woke up, everything had changed. Absolutely. Let's expand the backstory to deepen the emotional connection, show her internal world more vividly, and build even more anticipation before the viral moment. The pacing will still flow naturally in voiceover format, and it'll feel immersive and human, not scripted. Here's the extended continuation of the backstory, picking up where we left off. She didn't go viral overnight. In fact, for the first few months, no one liked her tweets. She'd write short thoughts late at night after cleaning shifts. Things like, how do people have energy for dreams after work? Sometimes I wonder if anyone notices the woman behind the mop. I'm not lazy. I'm just tired from surviving. But those tweets, they were honest. And slowly, a few people began to notice. She followed motivational accounts, saved every free thread on how to grow on Twitter, and started paying attention. One day, someone tweeted, "Don't post for attention. Post to serve." That clicked for her. So she shifted her posts. Instead of talking just about her pain, she began offering small tips, things she had mastered after years of cleaning. How to organize your home in 10 minutes a day. My favorite $1 hacks to make your house smell clean. Checklist I use for Airbnb clients to clean faster. Still, she wasn't selling anything. Just sharing. No links. No funnel. Just a voice finally learning to be heard. And then, something unexpected happened. A woman messaged her. She said, "I print your tweets and stick them on my fridge. They remind me to keep going." She stared at that message for 5 minutes straight. No one had ever said that to her before. Because until that moment, her whole life had been about disappearing. She disappeared so her clients could enjoy their homes. She disappeared from conversations because her accent made her nervous. She disappeared from her own dreams because survival took all her energy. But now, strangers were thanking her. For words. For thoughts. For being herself. So she kept posting. Not as a brand. Not as an influencer. Just as a woman who had something to say. She still worked 10-hour days cleaning, but something had shifted. She woke up earlier. She stayed up later. Every free minute became research. She watched YouTube tutorials in Spanish about Canva. Learned how to make a digital PDF. Practiced uploading products to Gumroad and PayHip. She even used free library Wi-Fi after work to test links and preview her store. She had no logo. No brand colors. No email list. But she had a name. Guia para Mujeres Invisibles. A guide for invisible women. It was a simple 10-page cleaning routine and mindset journal, all written in Spanish. Still, she was scared to launch. Who was she to sell anything? She didn't have a diploma, didn't have a blue checkmark, didn't have confidence. But what she did have was fire, and the whisper of freedom she first felt back in her grandma's kitchen at 17. That night, July 4th, she couldn't sleep. The fireworks outside felt like noise this time. She wasn't celebrating a country. She was mourning a version of herself, the quiet one, the invisible one, the one who never believed she could be more. And so, she picked up her phone and typed that sentence. 12 years cleaning houses. No degrees. No network. Just a laptop and a dream. Let's see what happens. She didn't even add a link. She didn't have the courage. She just hit post. Then she turned her phone over and went to sleep. She didn't expect much when she posted that tweet. Just a thought. Just her truth. Just one moment of bravery before sleep. But when she woke up the next morning, her phone was on fire. Notifications piled up. Hundreds. Then thousands. She thought it was a glitch. Or maybe spam. But no. Her tweet had gone viral. Overnight, more than 2,000 people had liked it. Within 48 hours, it passed 15,000. People weren't just liking. They were sharing. Commenting. This is the real American dream. This woman is exactly why I believe in hustle. Where can I support her? She didn't even have a product link. She had nothing for sale. No plan. Just honesty. But that honesty, it cut through the noise. Because people saw something in her story they hadn't seen in a while. Truth, grit, and possibility. She opened her notebook, heart pounding. She had spent months crafting her PDF guide. It was nothing fancy. No design degree. No fancy software. Just Canva, her phone, and her experience. So she posted again. For everyone asking, this is the guide I made. It's in Spanish. It helped me organize homes, time, and my mindset. Maybe it helps someone else. She attached the Gumroad link and closed her eyes. Within minutes, 3 sales, then 10, then 47. By the end of the first day, she had made $213, which was more than she usually made in 2 full days of cleaning. She cried. Not because of the money, but because of the validation. Because something she created had value. And not just for her employers, but for people around the world. By the end of the first week, she had over 2,000 followers. And $1,100 in her Gumroad account. But more than that, she had hope. She started studying every night. How to write better tweets. How to create better products. How to package her story with value. She learned from free resources. YouTube, Twitter threads, blogs. She learned about email marketing. She signed up for a free ConvertKit account. She even created a lead magnet. 5 tips to clean your home and your energy, from a former cleaner who rebuilt her life. And people signed up. She began to post short, real videos. Asterisk showing how she used to clean homes. Asterisk behind the scenes of making a product. Asterisk mindset tips for immigrant women. Her brand wasn't polished. But it was real. She never pretended to be rich. She showed people how she was building. Her second product? A Mindset Plus productivity guide in Spanish, specifically for women working service jobs. It sold 500 copies in 3 weeks. She opened a Stripe account. Got help from a friend to set up an LLC. She began waking up every day at 5 a.m. to batch content before cleaning gigs. She joined free Twitter spaces, introduced herself nervously, and connected with people around the world who shared her passion. She learned about automation. About Canva Pro. About scheduling emails and tracking open rates. And then came her biggest leap, launching her first course. It was a simple video course teaching Spanish-speaking women how to create their first digital product. She filmed the entire thing using her old iPhone, propped up on a stack of books, with natural daylight from her window. She offered it for $29. Her audience responded. She made $3,000 in the first week. One woman messaged her and said, "Because of you, I stopped waiting for permission. I just launched my first product." Another woman from Argentina said, "I didn't think I was smart enough for online business until I saw you do it." She was no longer just selling PDFs. She was building belief. And perhaps the most beautiful shift of all was how her family now looked at her. For over a decade, her calls home had been quiet. Short conversations filled with forced optimism. Her mother would ask the same questions every time. "Estos bien, mija? Tienes trabajo? Te pagan justo?" And she'd always respond, "Sí, mama, todo bien," even when it wasn't. Her younger siblings used to see her as the one who left, the one they missed but barely understood anymore. Over the years, distance and survival had created a gap. They admired her courage, but no one really saw what she was going through. Until now. Now, they're the first to share her tweets. Her sister even started managing her Instagram DMs. Her mother tells everyone in the neighborhood, "Mi hija vende internet, y ayuda a mujeres como ella." And when she sent her mother the money to renovate the kitchen, the same one where she once dreamed of America, her mom sent her a video crying, saying, "Ahora cuando cocino, pienso en ti. Eres mi orgullo, hija." Her father, who once said gently, "Trabaja duro y caladita," now watches her podcast interviews on YouTube and tells his friends at the tienda, "Mi hija es emprendedora." She bought her brother his first laptop, helped her cousins start an Etsy store, sent her niece to school with a new backpack full of supplies, something she herself never had growing up. But most of all, they now see her, not just as the brave daughter who left home, but as the woman who kept going, and who reached back to lift others. She no longer feels like an outsider during family calls. Now they ask for her advice. They celebrate her wins. They say, "Eres ejemplo para todos." And that's worth more than any viral post or dollar earned. Because success wasn't just about changing her life. It was about changing how she was seen, how she was valued, and how she could bless the ones who always held her heart. Within 5 months, she had made more than $16,000 online. She used it to reduce her cleaning jobs. Then eventually, she quit cleaning altogether. And that 4th of July tweet, it changed her forever. Not just financially, but spiritually. Because that tweet wasn't just a statement. It was a declaration of independence. Her life before that moment was about hiding. Her life after, about being seen. People started messaging her. "How did you do it? How can I start? Do you coach?" She created a community. She helped others create their first digital products. She answered DMs. She built a Notion template for free. She was featured in a newsletter for Latina entrepreneurs. She did her first podcast. And she finally bought a laptop. And through every milestone, she remembered what it felt like to clean a stranger's bathtub, wondering if her life would ever mean something more. Now, she tells other women, "You are not your job. You are not your papers. You are not your past. You are your vision." This wasn't just a viral tweet. This was her freedom document. And it started with honesty. And a dream. And the decision to no longer be invisible. Today, Ashley wakes up without an alarm. Not because she's lazy, but because she's free. She has a small desk by the window, plants on the sill, and a vision board where she wrote, in bold letters, "Help 10,000 women believe in themselves." And she's well on her way. She now makes digital income from selling her PDFs and digital guides on Gumroad, a Spanish-language course hosted on Teachable, affiliate links she shares from tools she loves, coaching sessions booked through Calendly, a simple newsletter on ConvertKit. But what does she want you to know? That it didn't happen overnight. And that you can do it too. So here's the exact step-by-step she used to go from house cleaner to online entrepreneur. Step 1. Own your story. She wrote her truth without editing her identity. She shared what she had lived, in her voice, without pretending. Step 2. Pick a platform and learn it. Ashley chose Twitter because it was free, fast, and didn't require her to show her face. She studied free Twitter growth guides, like Justin Welsh, J.K. Molina, and Arvid Kahl. Step 3. Give before you sell. Before launching anything, she posted helpful, relatable content. She gave her energy for free, sharing her cleaning tips, mindset shifts, and emotional battles. Step 4. Create a simple digital product. She opened Canva, chose a free template, and wrote her first 10-page guide, combining cleaning checklists and mindset journaling. She exported it as a PDF. Step 5. Sell on Gumroad. She created a free account on Gumroad.com, uploaded her product, added a short description, set her price to $7, and generated a link. No website needed. Step 6. Post with heart. She tweeted stories, lessons, emotions, never just to promote, but to connect. Her viral tweet didn't sell anything. It built trust. Step 7. Capture emails. She created a free ConvertKit account and made a lead magnet. 5 mindset shifts that changed my life. Every email helped build her audience. Step 8. Keep learning for free. She learned from YouTube, tutorials in Spanish, Twitter Spaces, free Notion templates, podcasts like Latina to Latina and Side Hustle Pro. Step 9. Launch a course using Teachable's free plan. She uploaded short videos recorded on her phone. It wasn't perfect, but it helped real people. Step 10. Give back. She didn't gatekeep. She showed others how she did it. Helped people one by one. That generosity built her brand. Now she teaches others. Your voice is your value. You don't need permission. You don't need a degree. You don't need perfect English. You need truth, tools, and the courage to show up. She's proof that the internet isn't just for the privileged. It's a door, and it opens with belief and action. So if you're sitting there wondering where to start like she did. Write your truth. Build with free tools. Offer value. Stay consistent. And maybe one day you will be the tweet someone prints and sticks on their fridge. If this story moved you, follow us now, because every week, we share real stories of transformation, practical steps to build your income online, and the mindset it takes to break free. Drop a comment below with what you dream of building. Let this be your first brave step. Orange heart. You're not invisible. Not here. And it started with honesty. And a dream. And the decision to no longer be invisible.